Hello, I'm Alethea Bruzek, and today for the Fort Herod area leader lesson, I'm going to be talking about air fryers. Air fryers are a popular kitchen countertop appliance that are easy to operate and even easier to clean. Air fryers circulate hot air around food, cooking it quickly and evenly. They are a healthy alternative to conventional frying because you use little or no oil in the cooking process. Food comes out crispy on the outside while moist and tender on the inside. So the outline today of all the things we're going to cover, first being what is an air fryer and how does it work? We're going to also talk about the variety of styles and features that each air fryer can have, some pros and cons before you purchase an air fryer, how to use the air fryer, food safety, of course, caring for your air fryer, some tips and tricks that are super helpful, and some additional considerations before buying. So what is an air fryer and how does it work? Air fryers sit on the countertop and plug into an outlet much like a slow cooker. They consist of an electric heating element similar to a stovetop burner, a fan to circulate the air, and a basket or tray to hold the food. The top half of the unit holds the heating element and fan. The bottom half has a pull-out basket that holds the food. When the unit is on, hot air circulates, cooking food quickly and evenly. As you can see in the picture here, this is one of the basket style air fryers that I'm talking about. What is an air fryer and how does it work? When the unit is on, hot air circulates, cooking food quickly and evenly. Very little or no oil at all is needed. Food comes out crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside. You have a choice of digital controls or large dials or knobs. Some units may be multifunctional, combining several appliances in one unit. These units look more like toaster ovens, and air frying is just one of their functions. Multifunction units offer rotisserie cooking, dehydrating, and toasting in addition to air frying. All units come with an operator's manual that includes recommended cooking times and temperatures. Many units will come with recipes. Many brands have cookbooks for sale as well. Please keep your owner's manual handy. Please use the owner's manual and follow the instructions for use of your air fryer. Please keep your owner's manual handy and follow the instructions for use for your air fryer. So it's very important to consider some pros and cons before you purchase an air fryer. Like I said, there were a lot of different styles, a lot of different features, a lot of different price ranges. So here are some pros to consider before buying. So you want to make sure that it's easy to operate, something that you can use. You want to check and see how easy it is to clean. Baskets and accessories can be dishwasher safe, so that might be something you want to pay attention to. Air fryers are very versatile. You can roast, grill, and bake, and some will dehydrate. Do you need all those features? Are those things that matter to you? Of course, air frying is healthier than frying in oil, so that is definitely a pro. It's up to 20% faster cooking time, uses less energy than your oven. There's no deep fried smell in your house after cooking. There's no oil to dispose of, and the air fryer is absolutely choice. Great for reheating leftovers. Some cons to think about before you buy. So an air fryer would take up a little space on your counter. See if you have space available or if you would need to get something smaller. That might just depend on the size of air fryer that you get. The fan can be loud. Limited cooking capacity. Some air fryers, like the basket style ones, hold food for maybe 2 to 4 people, as opposed to the toaster oven style ones, which can hold more food if you're cooking for a larger group of people. So it needs additional accessories for baking. An air fryer might come with a whole lot of different accessories. If it comes with a bunch of different features and things, see which ones you want. See what you're interested in and what you're going to actually use. Food has a different flavor and texture than deep fried food. So in the air fryer, you're still getting that crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside. It's not going to be greasy and soggy like deep fried food. So, using your air fryer, of course, you want to get started with having your air fryer in the right place. You want to operate your air fryer on a level, heat-resistant surface. If your countertop isn't heat-resistant, you'll need a heat-resistant mat. Allow at least 5 inches of space around the unit. Don't operate it against a wall, and don't sit anything on top of the unit. Proper breading, so important to when you're going to be breading food items and putting them in the air fryer to do this properly. You cannot cook foods in wet batters in an air fryer. Batter will drip off the food and burn on the bottom of your air fryer or in the basket. If you want to use breading, coat the food with flour first, then an egg wash, and then breadcrumbs. Press the breadcrumbs into the food so they stick and don't blow around during the cooking process. Last but not least, you'll need the right accessories. You can use air fryers to dry, roast, and bake food too. You can use any baking dish that is oven safe in the air fryer as long as it fits in the basket. Accessories do not usually come with the unit and must be purchased separately. This can be an added expense. Operating the air fryer. So, preheat the unit. You get better results if you preheat for 3 to 4 minutes, just like your oven. Prep the food. Frozen food or leftovers don't need any prep. Follow the directions on the package. If preparing from scratch, use cooking spray or toss in vegetable oil before placing in the unit. Set temperature and time. Follow the instructions for your unit. This is another opportunity where the user's manual for your air fryer is important. As a rule, the temperature is 25 degrees lower than you would set your oven. Flip your food or shake the basket so the food cooks and browns evenly. Don't forget to check for doneness. Pull out the basket to check temperatures. The fan will stop but start up again when you replace the basket. Use a food thermometer to check for doneness. Use tongs. Don't just dump the basket when cooking is complete. Even if you aren't cooking with oil, some of the foods you cook naturally contain fats and oils. Grease will collect in the bottom of the basket during the cooking process, and you don't want to pour any grease over your perfectly cooked food. Food safety. Use a metal stem food thermometer to check for doneness. Cook or reheat foods to the internal temperatures below. Place the thermometer in the thickest part of the food without touching any bones. Clean your meat thermometer after each use to avoid cross-contamination. Caring for your air fryer. After each use, remove the basket and accessories. Wash the basket, tray, or pan in the dishwasher or by hand with hot soapy water. If it has baked on grease, soak it in hot soapy water before washing. Wipe inside and outside of the unit with a damp cloth or non-abrasive sponge. Dry all parts before putting back in the unit for storage. Unplug the unit after each use and allow it to cool before cleaning. Here are some helpful tips that I hope you keep in mind. Don't preheat the unit with an empty liner in the basket. Without food on top of the liner, it'll fly around and could hit the heating element and burn. Cooking spray can build up on the non-stick surface of the basket or tray, and it is difficult to remove over time. This can damage the surface and lead to smoking or a fire. It is okay to use cooking oil in a spray bottle, but remember not to use wet batters in your air fryer. Here are a few more considerations before buying. Air fryers range from $40 to $300, depending on the size, features, and added functions. Accessories are an added expense. How much do you enjoy eating deep-fried food? The flavor and texture of some foods, especially meats, are slightly different than conventional frying. You may not like the end result. How often will you use it? Will this be your primary method of cooking, or will it just be used for frozen novelties and reheating leftovers? Is it really worth the counter space, or will it sit unused? How many people do you cook for? The baskets and trays are relatively small. An air fryer with a 1.75 to 3 quart capacity is best for preparing meals for a household of 1 or 2 people. Even a large air fryer with a capacity of 5 to 6 quarts will often require you to cook food in batches. If you cook for a household of 4 to 6 people, you'll be extending your cooking time. What features are important to you? Do you want to be able to roast, grill, rotisserie, and dehydrate in addition to air frying? These are just a few things you might want to consider before you buy an air fryer. All right, everyone. Use this time to prepare a recipe of your choice in an air fryer. Allow your participants to taste. This has been your leader lesson on air fryers. If you have any questions or need any extra information, please contact the County Extension Agent for Family and Consumer Sciences in your county. Thanks for your time.